All right, everybody. So we're hot and heavy into this restoration of the New Holland 67 Hayliner baler. And I've been trying to take these pickup guards off, and I've got a few off. I figured out a way to get them. The top bolts weren't hard. It was the bottom ones, and I wanted to get them off because if you look here, you know, these things are rusting bad. This is the bottom. And they were rusting bad, so I wanted to get them off, put the wire brush to them, and then give them a good coat of paint. That way they don't rust anymore. So the problem was the top bolts came off easy, but the bottom ones, I had to beat the head off of them with a chisel. So now I got to figure out if you can see. You can see right down, right there. There's the shaft of one that I beat the head off of. So I got to figure out a way to get the rest of that shaft out, or else I'm going to have to drill it out and use nuts on the other side of these bolts. They were just screw-ins, but if we have to, we can switch it over to that. But yeah, I just want to get into this stuff and keep it all from rusting. I've got new pickup fingers ordered. I'm just going to replace the ones that are broken. I think I've got 3 or 4 that's broken right now, and as you can see, they're going to be seized up. Look at the nut and the bolt on those. So I'm going to make sure I oil all these up and put some penetrant on them and try to get them freed up a little bit before I put everything back together. Of course, I'm going to paint all this, wire brush it and paint it. Got a mouse nest in there. But yeah, we're trying to get this done here. If I can get this done, I want to go ahead and try to test this baler. And that's going to be good enough as far as fixing things up for this season. And then probably this winter I'll come back and try to get the rest of it all shined up and new. We got everything greased up, and we're going to oil some chains up once we get it running. But yeah, this is my main hold up right now, is just getting the bolts out and then the shafts of them out. So once I get them off here, I take the wire brush to them and knock all the loose rust off. And then we are painting them up over here. And that's going to help protect, especially these ends. Because I looked it up, and I think just one of these cost 160 bucks. So 160 bucks a piece, and I think there's 11 or 12 of them on there. So yeah, I just wanted to get these off so that we can protect them, so that they can last us for at least a little while. So yeah, we got everything greased up, especially here on the knotters. And then right here, I didn't have this back shield. So that was wide open. So I went ahead and I had some sheet metal left over from the separator on the livestock trailer. And so I just measured it and cut it out. And then, of course, you see I got it painted up. So that's fixed. But yeah, once we get all this stuff underneath here figured out and fixed and painted and protected, then we'll go ahead and give this thing a test run. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put on this hydraulic kit on this drum mower. And it comes with 2 pieces. It came with this piece, and then your cylinder with this bracket back here. So I'm going to start. So I'm going to go ahead and start taking this old one apart, and we'll try to figure out how to put this new one on. Okay, so I'm starting by taking off this bolt here. This is where it pivots. And then down here, we have a cotter pin. Okay, there's that. I'll keep that right here. There we go. Okay, so we'll keep that there. That's ready to come off. We can pull this off right there. And then we have 2 bolts down there. Okay, so I got a ratchet with a couple of extensions on it. And then I'm going to try to get this wrench behind This looks like the easiest way to do this. Okay, we got it. And here's that bolt. Okay, let's see if we can pull all this up out of there. So that's free. Now we'll get the other end off. So everything is free now. This should lift right up. Okay, good. Now we'll get this whole arm out of the way. First thing I'm going to do is set this on here. Okay. Then we can put this bolt back through. Well, that really dropped down. We'll have to lift that up. We need to jack that up. I'm going to go get the jack. This whole part dropped down. That's why there's so much tension on that bolt. I'm going to get a jack. Okay, so I'm doing this video to help any of you out because I couldn't find any videos on it. But do you see how this dropped down? See where it's not painted? That's why that bolt was so hard to get out. So for those of you doing this, it'd be better to put a jack on it from the get-go. From the very start. See how that dropped down? And now I'm almost there. I'm still not quite there yet. Trying to line this all up. The bolt is most of the way in here. So maybe once we get the lift on, we can move it a little bit. So we'll come back to that. And now we can put this piece back in. And with the washer and cotter pin there. There we go. Okay, so there's that. Okay, so I'm just going to work my way back. We'll try to get this bolt through. I'm not going to tighten nothing up until I know for sure. Alright, so I've been looking at this, and I think they're using the same bar for both the 165 and the 185 models. So there's two holes on this end, and you want the one, like this bar is going to stick out some. And that's okay. But let me see if I can get this to line up. Like it's going to stick out on this end is what I'm talking about. That's what it is. So that goes there, and then we can pull this piston out. Pull this out, and you probably want the farthest one that'll lift it up higher. The farthest one away. So let me pull that pin out. Try not to break my fingers here. Okay, I don't think it's going to get. I think we're going to have to go to this one. We'll try that middle one. Okay, now all I got to do is get the nuts back on these bolts and tighten them up. And that might be a bigger chore than I'm expecting. Okay, so that wasn't too bad. The nut on the front is welded on, so you don't have to worry about getting that one. So that's good. And then this one here, I just had to reach back there and get it started. So this is on, that's on. We're gonna go ahead and plug the remote into the tractor, start it up, and see if I can raise this up to get that first bolt to go all the way through. Before I plug the remote in, I'm gonna get the handle ready. And all this does is disengage the latch from transport mode, I guess. And we'll run this through this eye hole here, and then pretty sure it just goes down right like that. Okay. I will say one thing. They didn't want you to run out of hose. Thing's pretty long. We'll figure out something to do with that here in a second. We're gonna plug this into the remote. Okay. And then, like I said, we'll try to lift this up or do something here to try to get this hole to line up. So what I ended up doing to finally get the bolt to go through the hole was I left the jack where I had it, and I messed with the top link and pushed it way out. As you can see, the mower is tilted way back, but eventually I got it to where it could line up so the bolt could go through. Now when you watch this clip, look close and you'll get to see me mess up. I went to lift up this drum mower and I ended up bending the metal on top of the mower. And I will tell you how it happened here in this next clip. Okay, I just want to show you underneath here. See how that bar sticks out? That extra hole there on the left? I believe that's for the 185 model. So, just so you know. Now, one thing, when you're using this, you want to make sure that this, whenever you pick up your 3-point, you want to make sure that it's up above this piece. Ask me how I know, because if you don't, if you just try to pick it up from there, it catches on there and it bends this whole top plate here. So I had to bend it back. So yeah, make sure that that is up above before you start tilting that back. And then you saw, whenever you tilt it so far back, these hooks will catch, and that'll keep it right in place until you pull on the rope, and that will disengage these hooks, and you can drop it back down. All right, so that job's done. We're ready to go with the mower now. The hay rake just needs some more teeth, and then the baler, we're gonna keep working on that and get those pickup guards off, paint it up, keep them from rusting, and then we'll go ahead and test the baler out here soon. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully this helped you out, because there were no instructions on how to put this kit. You just kind of had to figure it out. But I hope you like these videos. If you do, subscribe to the channel. Give us a thumbs up if you would. We appreciate it. And until next time, thanks for watching.